Good evening. So, in the last class, we are seeing about how to find the domain and the range for the given function. So, there we are seeing about the domain first. So, the domain is nothing but, once again listen it carefully, the domain is nothing but the values of x, the set of values of x for which the given function defined is called the domain. For what values of the x that function will define, that set of the values is called the domain. So for finding this domain, we will have the different types of the functions. First of all, we should know what is the condition for defining that particular function. So yesterday we are seeing about that conditions. The first one is, suppose if there is a square root f of x is there. Square root f of x is there, means if there is a square root function, we know that inside the square root we should not take the negative value, right? For the negative value, the square root is not going to define. That's why. So when this function will define, if this inside function either 0 or if it is a positive, that's why. So f of x greater than or equal to 0, this is the condition. For this condition, only the square root will define. So immediately we have to consider that condition. Then we have to find the values of the x which satisfy this condition, that is called the domain. Understand? This is the first function. Means whenever there is a square root function, inside of the square root, always you should have positive or 0 only. This condition you should remember. Secondly, suppose if the square root is there in the within the denominator, the square root is there in the denominator, we know that in the denominator the 0 also we should not take it. If there is a 0 in the denominator, there is a 0 in the denominator, so 1 by 0 is also not defined. That's why. So 0 should not take in the denominator, and the square root means negative value also should not take it. So this will define only if f of x greater than 0. Only if f of x greater than 0, then only this function is going to define. So that condition we have to remember. Okay. So thirdly, suppose only f of x is available in the denominator without the square root. Then the condition is that because in the denominator we should not take the 0, but we can take any other value. That's why. So this will define only when f of x is not equal to 0. So we will find the values of the x for which this function is 0. So that value we should not take it. Other than that value, remaining all the values we can consider. Suppose for example, I want to find the domain of the function 1 by x minus 1. I want to find the domain of the function, that is 1 upon x minus 1. Since there is a denominator, so when the denominator is equal to 0, it is not defined. That's why we have to take that. The condition is that x minus 1 is not equal to 0, means x is not equal to 1. Means x we should not take the 1. Other than the 1, we can take any other values. That's why this x I will write like this, x belongs to, remaining all the real number I can take it, but I should not take the 1. That's why from all the real number means that will represent by the capital R. From that keep the curly bracket and subtract that 1. Means 1 छोड़ की बाकी सभी values ले सकता है. So in certain cases, if you want, you should not consider some particular values. Subtract that particular value from the real number. So this is called the domain of this particular function. Understand? So like that we have to find the domain. Then the fourth function is, suppose if there is a logarithmic function is there, log f of x is there. Log f of x is there. We know that because already we are aware about the properties of the logarithm. So we know that log will define only for the positive value. Means log के अंदर कभी भी negative value नहीं ले सकता है और zero भी नहीं ले सकता है. इस जीरो के लिए और नेगेटिव वैल्यू के लिए log is not going to define. That's why inside of the logarithm always you have to take positive value. That's why f of x is greater than 0. This is the condition we will take it. F of x greater than 0 is the condition. Okay. Suppose if this log is in the denominator, suppose 1 by log f of x if I take it, then what is the condition? Because this is in the denominator. So we know that the denominator should not be is equal to 0, but we know that log 1 is 0. The value of the log 1 is 0. No? That's why f of x should not be equal to 1 and f of x should be positive. Therefore, here the condition is that f of x should be greater than 0 and f of x is not equal to 1. This condition we have to consider. Understand? So if f of, because log के अंदर कभी भी हमको पॉजिटिव वैल्यू लेना पड़ेगा और दिस इज द डिनोमिनेटर फंक्शन, डिनोमिनेटर में जीरो नहीं चाहिए. That's why so f of x is not equal to 1 because log 1 is 0. So this is the condition we have to remember. So then we have to find the values of the x which satisfy this condition. Okay, like that, because all this we no need to remember it, but remember this property of the function. As for the property, we have to write the condition. Then we have to find the values of the x which satisfy this condition. Okay. So like that, not only these functions, we will have so many other functions also. But as for that given function, we should so we should take that condition. For which condition that function is going to define. So that condition we have to write it first. Then we have to find the value of the x for which this condition has to satisfy. That is called the domain. Okay. Apart from that, there is some trigonometric functions also are there. So the trigonometry is not over to you, but even though remember that domain for the trigonometric function in that sixth one. Therefore, sine inverse of f of x is there. Sine inverse of f of x, if it is there, the sine inverse or cos inverse will define only when f of x lies in between -1 to the 1. This is, remember this. So sine inverse f of x means where f of x compulsory should lie between -1 to the 1, then only that function is going to define. Okay, that you should remember it. Similarly, suppose cos inverse f of x is there. Cos inverse f of x. So this is also will define if f of x is going to lie between -1 to the 1. This is we will call it as the domain of the sine inverse and cos inverse. Okay. Inside of the sine inverse or inside of the cos inverse, always you should have the value between -1 to the 1 only. For those values only that function is going to define. For other values it is not going to define. Okay. So these conditions we have to remember it. So first write down them. First write down these conditions. Then we will see how to solve these inequations. For solving these inequations, I will give the formula. So you should remember that formula. Okay, write down that.
Done, sir.
Okay. Now, keep this subheading. Solution of inequation. Yes, keep this subheading. Solution of inequation. So this is very, very important. Now look at this. Suppose if alpha comma beta are the roots of this given quadratic equation, whatever may be the quadratic equation, let alpha beta will be the roots such that alpha less than beta. Let us assume that the first case, suppose that given quadratic inequation, if you divide into the factors, suppose x minus alpha into x minus beta, if these are the factors, x minus alpha into x minus beta are the factors, suppose this product of the factor is less than 0. this product of the factors is less than 0, then what is the solution of this inequation? Okay, because if equal to sign is there, that is called the equation. When equal to sign, if it is there, that is the equation. If less than or greater than sign is there, that is called the inequation. If equal to sign is there, if it is the equation, we will have a particular values of the x only, that is called the solution of that equation or the roots of that equation, right? So because if it is equation is there, if it is a quadratic equation, exactly we will have the two roots only for it. But if it is an inequation, we will have so many solutions for it, not the particular or finite number of the values. So then how do you solve this inequation? Remember, so listen it carefully. So for solving any inequation, what we will do is, first take a real line. Take a real line. Real line means the numbers will be there from minus infinity to the plus infinity. All these values will be there. On this real line, take the roots of this equation. The roots are alpha and beta. Where alpha is smaller than the beta, so represent them. Alpha is there here, let us assume that, and beta is there here. Okay. Then the entire real number divide into the three parts. One is less than alpha. Another one is between alpha to the beta. Third one more than beta. Like that, we will divide into the three parts. Okay. Suppose first case, if I take x value, suppose if I take x value which is less than alpha if I take it, then automatically x value will be the less than beta also. Means x is smaller than alpha, smaller than beta also, right? Alpha से छोटा x value, beta से भी छोटा है. So then x minus alpha क्या होता है? Positive होता है क्या? Negative होता है क्या? X is small than the alpha. Then whatever x minus alpha, positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Because छोटा minus बड़ा, ये भी छोटा minus बड़ा, ये भी क्या होता? Negative. X minus beta भी negative होता ना? So negative into negative. Negative into negative? Positive.
Positive.
That means if I take
Positive.
the x value, if I take the x value between minus infinity to the alpha, within this range, if I take the x value, for all these values, that product is giving positive. That product is positive. Okay. Suppose if I take the x value which is more than alpha but smaller than beta, alpha से ज्यादा लो but beta से छोटा लो. Alpha से ज्यादा लिया तो x minus alpha क्या होता? पॉजिटिव है क्या नेगेटिव है क्या?
Positive.
पॉजिटिव.
Positive.
हाँ, x माइनस बेटा क्या होता? बेटा से छोटा ले रहा हूँ.
Negative.
नेगेटिव. So positive into negative?
Negative.
Negative.
This product is going to give the negative if I take the x value between alpha to beta. Alpha beta बीच में लिया तो तब ये सभी values के लिए ये negative मिलेगा product. Okay? Then suppose if x value मैंने beta से ज्यादा ले रहा है, मतलब alpha से भी ज्यादा है, alpha से भी ज्यादा है और beta से भी ज्यादा है, means सब x minus alpha क्या होता?
Positive.
Positive. X minus beta भी
Positive.
Positive.
Positive into positive.
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 So for all these values which are more than beta, this product is positive, right? Now, I want the values of the x. I want the values of the x when this product is negative. Less than 0 na? Less than 0 बोले तो negative. So this product is negative. So this product negative है तो क्या होता? Alpha से beta बीच में लिया था ना? If x value lies between alpha and beta, then this product is negative. Therefore, the solution of this is x belongs to alpha comma beta. We will write it because if equal to is not there, we have to take the open bracket. Already I was given this concept to you. The difference between open and the closed bracket. मतलब is it equal to 9? Equal to is not there. मतलब we should not take the alpha, we should not take the beta. Alpha, beta छोड़ की बाकी सभी बीच का values लेना पड़ेगा. Means we have to take all the values lies in between alpha and beta, but we should not take alpha and beta. In certain cases, we have to keep the open bracket. So open bracket means this boundary values we should not take it. We have to take all the values in between alpha and beta. So this is called the solution of this inequation. Okay. Or this is, you can also write like this: alpha less than x less than beta. Alpha lies in between, so x lies in between alpha and beta. So that will be the solution for this inequation. Understand? That's the first point. Second point, suppose if x minus alpha into x minus beta is less than or equal to 0. If equal to 0 is there, so this I will write on the side. Suppose if x minus alpha into x minus beta less than or equal to 0 is there, so means it is negative or 0, then the interval for x is, because equal to is there, means you can take x is equal to alpha also. X is equal to alpha, alpha minus alpha becomes 0, means alpha भी ले सकता है और beta भी ले सकता है. Means you have to consider alpha and beta, and also you have to consider all the values in between alpha and beta. In certain cases, this is x belongs to close bracket लेना पड़ेगा alpha comma beta. This is the solution for this inequation. Remember that. Okay. When equal to sign is there, you have to take the close bracket. When equal to is not there, you have to take the open bracket. Okay. Or this is, you can also write like this: alpha less than or equal to x less than or equal to beta. Like that also we can express this. Okay. Then third case, suppose if x minus alpha into x minus beta greater than 0. Suppose if this product is positive, तो प्रोडक्ट पॉजिटिव कहा हो रहा है हमको, माइनस इन्फिनिटी से अल्फा बीच में लिया तो तब हो रहा है, और नहीं तो बेटा से इन्फिनिटी. So in these two cases, we are getting that product is positive. Therefore, this interval we have to write like this: x belongs to, we have to take from minus infinity to alpha. So at the minus infinity or plus infinity, always keep the open bracket, and alpha also open because equality is not there. Okay, this is one interval. R means union. R means you have to represent union. R we can take more than beta. Beta से infinity बीच में लिया तो भी तब positive हो रहा. So beta to infinity means if this product is positive, x does not lie between alpha and beta. X is smaller than alpha or bigger than beta, only we have to take it. Smaller than smaller root or bigger than bigger root, we have to take it. So this is interval for the x. Understand? This we have to remember. And fourth formula is that suppose if x minus alpha into x minus beta is greater than or equal to 0. If equal to is there, means you can take alpha and beta also we can consider, and this product is positive. Then what is interval for x? माइनस इन्फिनिटी के पास हर बार हमको ओपन ब्रैकेट ही रखना पड़ेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि इन्फिनिटी बोले तो वैल्यू क्या है हमको नहीं पता, एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू हमको नहीं पता है. तो इन्फिनिटी बोले तो इन्फिनिटी तक लेना पड़ेगा, इन्फिनिटी तक, not exactly infinity. That's why you have to take the open bracket. So minus infinity to the alpha close, or close beta to the infinity open. So this is the interval we have to remember. Understand? So these four formulas we have to remember for solving any inequation. For solving any inequation, we have to remember these four formulas. Okay. So because not only in this topic, in the quadratic equations also we will get this one, and in some other topics also, particularly in the calculus part in the 12th class, also we are going to use this concept. So this is very, very important concept. Remember these four formulas. These are not tough. It is a very simple. When this product has a negative sign, product of that factors has a negative sign, then x lies between alpha and beta. X belongs to alpha comma beta. If equality is not there, you have to keep the open bracket. If equality is there, you have to keep the closed bracket. That's only the difference. Okay. Equality is there, closed bracket रखना पड़ेगा. Equal to नहीं तो open bracket रखना पड़ेगा. And if this product has a negative sign, this is the formula: x lies in between minus infinity to the alpha or beta to infinity. Means x we can take the value either smaller than alpha or bigger than beta. Okay, if equal to is not there, here we'll get the open bracket. If equal to is there, closed bracket. Okay, so these are the four formulas we have to remember for solving inequation. Okay, write down these four formulas. Take this.
Done, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
करो करो कंप्लीट करो.
सर माइनस इन्फिनिटी क्यों लिया?
बिकॉज रियल नंबर बोले तो सबसे छोटा वैल्यू क्या होता है रियल नंबर में? रियल नंबर में सबसे छोटा माइनस इन्फिनिटी होता ना. रियल नंबर बोले तो माइनस इन्फिनिटी से इन्फिनिटी तक रहती है. सबसे बड़ा इन्फिनिटी रहती, सबसे छोटा माइनस इन्फिनिटी रहती. तो बीच में अल्फा और बीटा रहती. तो मीन्स अल्फा से छोटा लिया तो सभी वैल्यूज के लिए ये प्रोडक्ट पॉजिटिव होता है. एक्स वैल्यू अल्फा से छोटा लिया तो छोटा बोले तो कहां तक? सबसे छोटा माइनस इन्फिनिटी है ना, इसलिए माइनस इन्फिनिटी से अल्फा तक लेना पड़ेगा. और बेटा से बड़ा लिया तो तब भी पॉजिटिव होता है प्रोडक्ट. बेटा से ज्यादा लिया तो, बेटा से बड़ा बोले तो सबसे बड़ा कहां तक? इन्फिनिटी तक. बेटा से इन्फिनिटी इज दैट इज द बिगेस्ट वैल्यू इन द रियल नंबर. द स्मॉलेस्ट वैल्यू इन द रियल नंबर इज माइनस इन्फिनिटी. तो माइनस इन्फिनिटी तक लेना पड़ेगा और नहीं तो इन्फिनिटी तक लेना पड़ेगा उधर. Okay, so these are the formulas we have to remember it. Now based on this formula, so based on this formula, we will solve some problems because this model everywhere for finding the domain we are going to use this formula. Suppose for example, I want to find the solution of the equation x square minus 5x plus 6 is less than 0. X square minus 5x plus 6 less than 0. What is the solution of this inequation? So if you want to find the solution, first for this quadratic equation, tell me what are the factors? Factors का इसका?
3 and 2. 3 and 2.
कौन सा 2? X minus 2 into x
X
minus
minus
3
3.
are the factors. Less than 0 ना? What are the roots of this? Roots क्या है?
2 and 3.
2 and 3. 2 and 3 are the roots. Then recollect the first formula. Then x minus alpha into x minus beta is less than 0. Then what is the interval for the x? X lies in between the roots. Roots are 2 and 3. So here equal to is not there. You have to keep the open bracket. Therefore, we can take any value in between 2 and 3. For all those values, this quadratic expression is negative. We will get it. Okay. So this will be the solution of that inequation. This will be the solution of that. Okay. Similarly, suppose x square minus 18x plus 77 is greater than 0. Suppose this is the inequation. Tell me what are the factors of it?
X minus 17. X minus 7.
7 and x minus 11. 7 and 11 will be the factors, right? Minus 7, minus 11. What are the roots of this?
7 and 11.
7 and
7
11.
and 11.
11. So means सबसे छोटा 7, बड़ा 11. तो छोटा रूट अल्फा लेना पड़ेगा, बड़ा रूट बीटा लेना पड़ेगा। तो इसका दिस प्रोडक्ट क्या है? ग्रेटर देन 0, ग्रेटर देन बोले तो पॉजिटिव। So when this product is a positive, then we have to recollect the third formula, that is x belongs to, that formula is minus infinity to the alpha, where alpha is 7, open bracket, equal to is not there, or means union, beta means 11 to the infinity. This is the interval for the x. This is called the solution of this inequation. Okay, means x values you can take from minus infinity up to the 7. For all these values, this is going to give the positive only. Or if I take 11 to the infinity, more than 11 if I take it, for all these values also it is going to give the positive. For remaining values, it is going to give the negative. Okay, this will be the solution of this. Okay, take that.
Done, sir.
Okay, so we have to remember these formulas and the conditions for finding the domain for the given function. Now we will solve some problems based on this concept. So all of you open your material. All of you open the material. In that, look at these problems from the domain. Page number 92. Page number 92. Look at the 65th problem. What is the domain of the function f of x is equal to sine inverse 5x? 65th. F of x is equal to sine inverse 5x. How to find the domain of this? Just observe this. So to find its domain, just now I have given this condition that whenever there is a sine inverse or the cos inverse is there, inside of that function, the value should lie in between -1 to the 1. That condition we have to remember, right? So here the condition is that sine inverse का अंदर क्या है इधर 5x. But this 5x should give the value in between -1 to the 1. That is the condition. Therefore, the condition is that -1 less than or equal to the 5x less than or equal to the 1. So 5x -1 और 1 के बीच में रहा तो तब वो फंक्शन डिफाइन होता है. इसलिए 5x कंपल्सरी should lie between -1 to the 1. From this, I want find the interval for the x. तो x के लिए इधर 5x है ना, तो इसलिए 5 से डिवाइड करो दोनों साइड. So divided by the 5, then it is -1 by 5 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1 by 5. Divide by the 5. Therefore, this is the values of the x we have to consider. Then only this function is going to define. So this is, we will call it as a domain. Means x is going to lie in between -1 by 5 to the 1 by 5. So this is, you can also write like that. X belongs to, because there equal to is there now. When equal to is there, we have to take the close bracket -1 by 5 comma 1 by 5 close. Because here we can't write as the bracket as you like. अलग अलग ब्रैकेट के अलग अलग कॉन्सेप्ट है, राइट? तो क्लोज ब्रैकेट के जगह में ओपन ब्रैकेट की जगह में कर्ली ब्रैकेट रखा तो आपको कंपल्सरी मिल जाएंगे 0 मार्क्स आउट ऑफ द 2. That's why don't write like that. So bracket concept is there. You have to use that particular bracket only. That's why this is the domain of that particular function. X is going to lie between -1 by 2, 1 by 5, close bracket, because equal to is there. So write on that. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Condition bracket.
Next, look at the 66th problem. F of x is equal to (1 upon under root 5x minus 7). So what is the domain of this f? Look at this. 1 upon under root 5x minus 7 है ना? So it is 1 by root f of x format. इसका condition क्या है? For what values of this function it is going to define? पहले it is a square root. Means root के अंदर हमको कभी भी पॉजिटिव वैल्यू नहीं तो जीरो लेना पड़ेगा, राइट? बट ये फंक्शन कहाँ है? नीचे डिनोमिनेटर में है. तो डिनोमिनेटर में जीरो लिया तो फंक्शन डिफाइन नहीं होता है ना. मीन्स डिनोमिनेटर में है इसलिए जीरो नहीं लेना है और रूट के अंदर है इसलिए नेगेटिव वैल्यू नहीं लेना है. मीन्स नेगेटिव नहीं होना और जीरो भी नहीं होना. मतलब दैट फंक्शन 5x minus 7 should be positive. This is the condition. Okay? As for the given function हमको कंडीशन हमको निकालना पड़ेगा पहले. जैसे रूट के अंदर कभी भी नेगेटिव वैल्यू नहीं लेना है, तो नेगेटिव वैल्यू नहीं लेना और डिनोमिनेटर में जीरो नहीं लेना है, इसमें जीरो भी नहीं लेना. मतलब वो फंक्शन क्या होना क्यों ना? पॉजिटिव होना क्यों ना हर बार. That's why condition क्या है? 5x minus 7 greater than 0. This is the condition we have to write it. Then from this you will find the value of the x. Therefore x is greater than is minus 7, other side is the plus 7 and divided by the 5, 7 by 5. So we have to take x value greater than 7 by 5. Greater than means 7 by 5 से ज्यादा लेना पड़ेगा. ज्यादा मतलब कहां तक? 7 by 5 से ज्यादा लेना पड़ेगा. ज्यादा मतलब कहां तक लेना पड़ेगा? सबसे बड़ा वैल्यू क्या है?
Infinity.
तो 7 by 5 से इन्फिनिटी तक लेना पड़ेगा. 7 by 5 से इन्फिनिटी तक. दैट इज अ बड़ा, बहुत बड़ा वैल्यू, राइट? तो कौन सा ब्रैकेट रखना पड़ेगा इधर? इन्फिनिटी के पास हर बार ओपन ब्रैकेट रखना पड़ेगा.
Round bracket. One.
ओपन. डोंट कॉल इट द राउंड, इट इज द ओपन. ओके? लैंग्वेज चेंज करो. राउंड ब्रैकेट और स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट और लैंग्वेज चेंज करो. ओपन ब्रैकेट और क्लोज ब्रैकेट का लैंग्वेज सीखो. ओके? So इधर इक्वलिटी इज नॉट देयर. दैट्स व्हाई ओपन ब्रैकेट रखना पड़ेगा. इन्फिनिटी के पास हर बार ओपन ब्रैकेट ही रखना पड़ेगा. ओके? दिस इज द डोमेन ऑफ द गिवन फंक्शन. So these are the values of the x. For these values of the x only, that function is going to define. That is called the domain. Right on that? क्या सानिका समझला?
Done, sir.
Okay. Next, look at the next problem. Next, 67th problem देखो एक बार. 67. Is f of x is equal to x square minus 3x plus 2 upon x square plus x minus 6. So what is the domain of this function? Okay, just observe here. If you observe this function, here there is a polynomial in the numerator. So in the numerator, in the place of this, if you substitute anything, it is going to give something. Means for the polynomial, I can take any value for the x. That's why for any polynomial, the domain is R. Means all the real numbers I can consider. That's why numerator, you no need to look at about it. Only the denominator. So this function is going to define if the denominator is not equal to 0. The denominator is equal to 0, then something by 0 is not going to define. That's why denominator is not equal to 0. Only you have to consider. Means here the condition is that x square plus x minus 6 is not equal to 0. This is the condition you have to consider. Okay. Now tell me what are the factors of it. The factors क्या होता?
3 and 3 and 2. X plus 3, x minus
Good.
x plus 3, x minus 2. X minus
is
2.
not equal to 0. This product is not equal to 0. मतलब x plus 3 is not equal to 0 or x minus 2 is not equal to 0. मतलब x is not equal to -3 और 2. तो x इक्वल टू -3 लिया तो तब 0 होता है, x इक्वल टू 2 लिया तो भी 0 होता है. ये दोनों वैल्यूज नहीं लेना है, मीन्स ये दोनों छोड़ के बाकी सभी वैल्यूज ले सकता है. एक्सेप्ट दीज टू वैल्यूज वी कैन कंसिडर रिमेनिंग ऑल द वैल्यूज. Remaining all the values means remaining all the real number I can consider except 2 and -3. So this is, you can write like that, x belongs to all the real number I can take it, but I should not take these two. means ये दोनों वैल्यू सेपरेट करो r से. तो दोनों वैल्यूज के लिए हर बार कर्ली ब्रैकेट यूज करना पड़ेगा, बाकी कोई ब्रैकेट यूज नहीं करना. ओनली कर्ली ब्रैकेट, पहले छोटा रूट बाद में बड़ा रूट, ये ऑर्डर में लिखना चाहिए होना. So from all the real number subtract these two values, except these two values, remaining all the values we can consider. This will be the domain of that. Like that you can consider. Or this is sometimes we also may mention like that, x belongs to the R, but x is not equal to -3, 2. वैसा भी लिख सकता है. तो वैसा भी लिख सकते हैं, नहीं तो वैसा भी लिख सकते हैं. Okay, as per the options we have to decide which one you have to take it. Take that. Okay. Okay.
Done, sir.
Okay. Next, look at the next problem. इसमें option